played a couple seasons with What did you think when he left the game in the West Final? And do you think there's any doubt about his status just from what you know about him?
Yeah, I reached out to him the other day, just wishing him well, and I know he's a warrior, and there's nothing, it's going to take a lot to take him out of this game. So, wish him all the best, and we want to see, their best in the game too. So, wishing him well.
Do you fully expect to see him on Sunday?
I absolutely, I do. Yeah, I mean, like I said, he's an absolute warrior, and I don't unless I saw a clip of him walking up the plate. If he can walk up the plane, I don't think he's gonna be able to suit up and play a football game.
And for you yourself, how are you feeling after the workload last week?
It was good. I mean, me and AJ really complement each other, and he took majority of the snaps and just kind of eased back in, and definitely had a little bit of rust, but for the most part, I was pretty happy with my play, and just looking forward to improving on it.
Can you take us through your rehab timeline? Like, how were you able to speed it up and get back?
Yeah, so after 2 weeks after my surgery, I was back in Winnipeg for bye week, and saw my doctor in Winnipeg, Dr. Peter McDonald, and got a PRP shot, and basically to spin your blood and take the white blood cells and red blood cells, and inject the white blood cells into the injured area, and it just heals up the speeding time. After I got the PRP shot, I was kind of like within a week I was feeling a lot better, and kind of had that vision. I was saying, okay, you know what, this could be a possibility, and I really started pushing it, probably pushing it more than the trainers wanted me to, and I was double dipping with the Argos training staff and another doctor, and working with just different rehabs and acupuncture and ART, and then also all the things in the gym. And then at the 6 to 8 week mark, I had a doctor's appointment, and with my surgeon, and they basically said that there is a chance. And once I had heard that, then I kind of just ran with it, and really pushed for me to be at the point I'm at today.
Are you at 100%, or can you put a percentage at where you're at in this?
Yeah, I feel great. I feel great, and I mean, yeah, I feel great enough to play, and yeah.
How confident do you feel going into this game, given that you had that one game kind of touch like you said?
Yeah, I mean, able to take some hits, blocking, catching football, all those things you got to do in the game. I was able to do with ease and with no issues. So, it definitely just gives me more confidence going forward.
We tend to call this a storybook and a matchup based on your history there. What words will you describe it?
Yeah, man. When I really look at the whole, the full spectrum and everything that's happened in the last, 5 years to now, it is amazing. And I'd be lying to you if once I signed with the Argos, if I didn't have this date, the Grey Cup circled in my mind, and not for any other reason, just because it'd just be amazing to do, and the excitement in it, and yeah, I know that locker room so well, the coaching staff so well, and was definitely embedded in the fabric of that team for so long, and part of the change in the culture, and it's very impressive that they've continued to continue to do what they've done, and the seasons they've had, and they just keep getting stronger, and it's amazing. But now I'm on the flip side. I'm looking forward to trying to rip that down now.
No slate intended, but that they've done it without you. You were a huge part of it. Just shows it's bigger than one person.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. And I mean, even the backs, just on a personal level, just helping Gruden, Brady, and Johnny, and just being a part of their learning curve. And I definitely take pride watching Brady have games that he's having, watching Johnny have big plays, and they obviously have their God-given talents and all the things, and when you see them kind of do little things that you might have helped them out with, you take a lot of pride in that. So definitely happy for both of them. Obviously, especially Brady, we have a little bit of a closer bond just with the ties with the school and training together and stuff. But yeah, it's amazing that what he's done, and I'm really proud of him.
You must have gone through a lot of emotions the last 8, 9 months. Do you mind revisiting some of those from the end of your Winnipeg relationship to now?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a roller coaster of emotions, but I mean, everything happens for a reason. I was able to come out here and form some new relationships and networks, and come together with the band of brothers, and get to the same stage that I would have been if I would have stayed in Winnipeg potentially. So, got to live in a different province and a different city and experience a bunch of different things that way, and just another chapter in my life. And I have no regrets off of how things ended. I'm not looking back at all and saying coulda, shoulda, woulda. Everything, like I said, everything happens for a reason, and I'm just blessed to be where I'm at right now, and looking forward to what's next.
You had an opportunity in 2011 to play against your hometown team in the Grey Cup. Does that mean anything to you? Even taking aside you're part of being the Bombers in the past.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be insane to get through this and beat my hometown twice with two different teams, and the front end of my career and the back end of my career. So that's something that's been pretty special. And I don't know if I'd be allowed back in Manitoba after this, but it's something I'm aiming to do. But yeah, I mean, it's I take a lot of pride in being a Winnipegger, and I took a lot of pride in playing for the Bombers, and being part of that organization was something that was a dream come true. And it's just the way the cookie crumbles. Things happen for a reason, like I said, and it's an opportunity to do something special.
Andrew, you played the Bombers in week 4 and had one of your best performances of the year, with 111 rushing yards. What do you remember about that game that might be similar to Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, that was a long time ago. Our team was playing at a way different level. So are they. So there's little things to take away from it, but even the personnel is different from their lineup to ours. So yeah, there's bits and pieces, but we're looking at most recent stuff now. But I mean, one thing that we were able to do was run the football a little bit against them, and we were able to get down to tying the game, and potentially are going into overtime, and who knows what would happen there. So that's something that's in the back of our mind for sure.
You played with a chip on your shoulder a lot of your career, and most notably, I think, the 2019 Cup game. How does this feeling compare?
Yeah, this is a lot different, I think.
Yeah.
This is, can't really describe it, to be honest with you. It's indescribable, honestly. Like, I've had a few coaches that have reached out to me and just said, like, from where you've come to this, and just how this could end. I can't put words to it, honestly. Maybe it'll come to me after the week kind of settles in, and or the game's over. But I'm just enjoying the moment right now, and taking it day by day, and getting my team as locked in as possible, and doing whatever I can to help us be the most successful as possible on Sunday.
Andrew, you've had success in the stadium as a visitor, with the Bombers coming to a hostile environment, expecting a lot of Bomber fans to travel to Regina. How do you take from that experience? Are you relishing in being the visitor again in the stadium?
Yeah, well, honestly, I have a few friends from Regina, and I met up with them yesterday, two guys I played junior with, and they seem to think that it's going to be an Argo fan base because everyone hates the Bombers so much in Regina. So I kind of laughed about that, but I said we're all for it. We'll take all the support we can. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm imagining that Winnipeg will have a big fan base, and it's going to be nuts in here regardless. So we're just looking forward to, it's just probably one of the most beautiful stadiums in the league, and heart of the prairies right now. So we're going to enjoy the festivities and the atmosphere for sure.
Andrew, you mentioned you're on the back end of your career. How much, if any, influence does the results of this game have on your decision about your future?
Yeah, I'd be lying to you if I said I haven't been thinking about that, and we'll just see how the game goes, and how I'm feeling. I'm not going to make any rash decisions after the game, but got to reassess what's next for me, and yeah, depending on the outcome, that might waver one way or the other. So we'll see how it goes.
How much did the injury make you just sort of take stock of your entire life and your career to this point, coming back? Yeah,
the injury was tough. It was devastating for me. I felt like I came into this season in great shape, great form, and I felt like as a team we were getting stronger every week and building something, and I wanted to be a part of that from a playing standpoint. But I took that opportunity to embed myself as kind of a player coach and help out and go with the coaches and get a little bit of a kind of a free work experience from the coaching side of things and being on the sideline and helping AJ out, just be a second set of eyes for him and just take a different angle of how can I still impact the team. I when I talked to Pinball, I said I wanted to come there to get you guys to the cup and any way possible, and I wanted to see that through by helping lead from different aspects. So I took that role on full on, and it was kind of nice because I got to get to know other positional groups a little more because I wasn't just so focused on my play and my running back room. So it allowed me to kind of spread my wings and get to know the guys better, and I think I'm a better leader for that now that I'm back playing because of it.
Having had that experience, do you think coaching is in the cards for you in the future?
Absolutely. I mean, I never would have thought it, but I really enjoy the whole process of game planning and just working with men for a common goal. It's something I've always felt like I've been a pretty solid leader in any sport I've been in, and with football especially. But yeah, I think it's definitely been more in the back of my mind than ever.
You mentioned last year that similar situation with the result may waver beside on what the future looks like. You mentioned that the injury because you hadn't played the whole season, that was also a big factor. How much of the impact you've gone through a similar situation this year in getting injured? How much of that is in the process of deciding the future?
Yeah, I mean it's not getting any easier. I'll be 36 years old next year. Like there's not very many 36-year-old running backs, but if I still feel like I can get myself ready to go through that process of training camp in the season, and I feel like my body can handle that again. I mean, I look at my last few injuries, and they've kind of been fluky, weird injuries, and I look at after getting 25 touches and how I feel. Can I respond that way? And I still can, and I still enjoy playing the game. So if I still have something to offer in a different role, if there's an opportunity to be somewhere where that works, then I might still consider that. But I've also done a lot, and capping this off, there's really not much more else I can do. So there's also a little bit of riding off in the sunset that goes along with that too, if possible. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not making any decisions, and these are all just thoughts I'm kind of spitballing, but we'll see how it goes.
Let's wrap it there.
A couple guys mentioned that you went that when after you got injured, you took a trip to the
Yeah.
came back. One person described you as a completely different person. I'm wondering if you saw it that way, what happened there? Was there ever a moment that you thought you weren't going to be making that to come back?
Someone said that from when
From your team, yeah. You said you'd taken you'd gone home after the surgery, were in Winnipeg, came back to the team, and it was almost like you.
Well, yeah. I mean, I got my surgery, and when you get surgery, that's like that. You're you're a low spot. Like you're in pain. You're like honestly like depression. You're sad about what's going on, and then when I got back, I came back with a purpose. And like I said, I met with the office staff, and I said, hey, I want to stay here and be here, and I don't want to be back home. I want to be here, and like I said, take this as a kind of a free work experience opportunity as far as coaching, and I took that on full head of steam, and it just kind of got me rejuvenated, and also being in the locker room with those guys every day, seeing them work, got me motivated to work and push through my rehab and get to my workouts and make sure that I was doing everything possible to help them by getting back on the field.